So just earlier today, at the time of this production of this video, WWE made a major announcement regarding on in the morning that SmackDown would be moving to Tuesday nights live on the USA Network, and that there will be the return of the brand split, the brand extension, or the draft, and whatever you call it. But I was like, okay, this can work. Like, everyone has been red hot for return of the brand extension since, well, there's so much talent going on and the schedule's become more difficult for them and they've been getting more and more injured. And also the fact that SmackDown just doesn't have an identity anymore. It's just Raw's, oh, we have this other show? Oh, but, okay, just, it's like we have, oh god, we have a secondary programming. Get dressed. So I was glad that SmackDown would be going live for the first time officially. Like, they have done live specials before, but not live permanently. So I'm glad that they're doing this too. And also, this would also, when with the brand extension, it will give opportunity to the mid card, to the undercard, to really shine their talent and hone their craft on the blue brand. And I cannot wait what's going to happen. Now, there is some concern, like, is NXT going to be crippled because of this? Because with the talent now stretched thin to one brand to another, since there's exclusive deals going on, does that mean that WWE will take more of their NXT talent and bring them up to the main roster and then cripple the NXT roster since since WWE main roster would have to get more big established stars to go on the blue brand, and they don't really have that many stars as they used to, and John Cena buried most of the potential stars because fuck the future. I'm like, you have Cesaro, you have Randy Orton, you have Roman Reigns, you have Kevin Owens, you have Dean Ambrose, you have AJ Styles, you have all these different talents, and I will not mention he who must not be named in wrestling. Well, not the other guy. I'm talking about John Cena because I hate his guts and I will not watch him. So, yeah. So to see this new brand extension and the WWE moving SmackDown to Tuesday nights, like, I was initially like, wait, why are they moving to Tuesday nights? Like, couldn't they just change their schedule and just go to Thursday? Like, that's how the show always has been. So why not just take main event and your second and your thirdary shows? I just had to make up a word on the fly and just move to Thursday nights and then and then tape main event and then do SmackDown Live on Thursday. Why does it have to be Monday and Tuesday? Because there's a risk of oversaturation within such a short timing. Like, shouldn't it be like on separate networks? And no one really cares about the taped main event and superstar, since I was like, oh, like, oh, okay. Like, main event was treated more of a big deal. Like, it was much more of a big deal on the WWE Network when they were airing it live. But then when WWE reached this TV deal with the international audience, they had to change things up, and main event no longer became, well, the main event. It was just, oh, it went back to being superstars. That sucks. Now, I'm wondering, like, like, for the titles, are they going to like split them? Like, is okay? Like, there are reports going around as well that the United States Championship will be put to one show, the Intercontinental Championship will be put to one show, but there's currently a debate on whether or not the WWE World Heavyweight Championship will be split in two again to form the WWE Championship and the World Heavyweight Championship. And I would like to see the Big Gold Belt come back because I like that belt more, its design, its lineage, and to see it continue on instead of be WWE's bitch. Yeah, I went there because that's how WWE thinks of it. Ugh. So, like, this move is going to officially begin on July 19th, and it's currently unknown who's going to run SmackDown in storyline terms. Like, Shane McMahon has been hinting it, Stephanie McMahon wants to run it, so that might be the seat. And, like, I know, like, okay, yeah, I know what they're going to do. They're going to play a storyline into this. They're going to put Stephanie and Shane at war with each other eventually when Triple H comes back, and then they're going to do that. So to see the return of SmackDown on live and the brand extension to really compel itself, yeah, it's going to be a really amazing thing. Along with that, it would also give, and I also heard that the writers would be split, since one writer team's going to work on SmackDown, one other writing team is going to work on Raw. Like, okay, I have an idea. How about like you did with Paul, like what you did with Paul Heyman? Let Triple H run SmackDown. So, like, I would love Triple H to run SmackDown to see can he really buy in. Can we really buy into the hype of Triple H? How he runs NXT? Can he translate that on his own on the main roster? Because that would be awesome. Along with that, like the titles, the superstars are going to be split. Like they can't just take all their established names and just throw them on Raw and throw the weaker names on SmackDown, because that would be stupid and would lessen interest in SmackDown, though there is another reason why I'm also glad SmackDown will be going live, but I'll get to that in a moment. WWE needs to split their established stars. One has to be on Raw, one has to be on SmackDown. They have to occasionally switch brand establishment. Like, say, put John Cena on SmackDown. Like, that, like, I really don't want him on Raw anymore. And plus, SmackDown could really need a huge boost in the ratings, so having their star talent on there would definitely help. Roman Reigns can go on Raw. They could have their rising stars on Raw, have rising stars on SmackDown. Like maybe Apollo Crews can work on SmackDown. And a lot of people are also saying, well, why did you cut Damian Sandow then? He could really work on SmackDown. He could make that an entertaining piece. And I have to agree with that. Like, Sandow could be a front runner for the face of SmackDown if you wanted to go that far, but like he would be an entertaining act who on SmackDown. But well, we don't know that now since he's gone, and I'm saying this just to say this. I'm going on a tangent here, but I will say it. Sandow will be back. Mark my words. Sandow will be back once he makes a big of enough name of himself on in the independent scene. He's going to come back to WWE and be treated seriously, at least Intercontinental Champion, maybe contend for the world title, but not win it. That's at best I'm going with. So, along with that, the other reason why I'm glad SmackDown's going live is because spoilers. Well, there's no more spoilers, and there's no more of that piped-in cheers and fake boos like they used to do. I'm glad they're getting rid of that. And plus, I haven't been interested in SmackDown in years because SmackDown kind of lost their head writer, and they kind of was treating Paul Heyman like crap regarding this. Like, oh, your show is doing better than Raw. We can't have that. Yeah, you're going to developmental. And while Paul Heyman will say, oh, I actually loved going to developmental, it helped me cultivate with the talent, I will also say it was a crippling blow to SmackDown. And while SmackDown occasionally did well after Paul Heyman for another 3 years, after when 2008 happened, it just started tanking. So they really need to keep it red hot. They have to keep this momentum going so it doesn't become like that thing where everyone was like, oh, this is exciting. And then, oh, can you go back to just unified brands? So they really need to. So with this live initiative, it will certainly help SmackDown maintain momentum and give that unpredictability, especially since with the brand extension returning, it will allow It will allow more talent to move forward, be able to be pushed up the card. And I'm just hoping that the head writer of SmackDown does not get heat when it starts to do better than Raw, because NXT already has enough heat with the main roster, because there was a lot of talent on the main roster getting mad at NXT doing better shows than them, and I was like, get over it. It's just business. And plus, you're part of the same company. Isn't that a good thing? So, yeah, like I get the competition part, but like to say you're in trouble because you're doing better than us. I'm like, if this was like another company, then you could get mad for all you want. But at the same time, you should strive to be better instead of just be petty about it. So, yeah. And, like, I don't know if they're bringing back the world title. Like, like I heard a report that WWE is planning to bring back the World Heavyweight title, or at least a second world title. And I'm seriously, and like I said earlier, I really am hoping for the world title to come back because I just simply love the big gold belt. It was such an important belt in history, and WWE really needs to bring it back. It just doesn't feel the same without it, a little bit. And plus, yeah, I think that's pretty much it about regarding SmackDown and the brand extension announcement. And my concerns and the workload's going to be much less because now we have the chance to not see more injured stars like we got last year. I like there always going to be injuries, but at least I hope that the injuries are not as big and wide and epidemic like it was initially. So I'm hoping this works out for all parties. I hope we get the best quality of SmackDown, and I get to watch SmackDown again since it's no longer taped. So that's a good thing. So those are my thoughts on the SmackDown brand extension announcement. This was Neo Reality Entertainment. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and donate. Stay tuned for more.